High five.
Good Friday morning, everybody. It is I, it is he, it is me. P-double-D, not DDP. Right here with you. The place to be, reviews live. I'm no green screen today. This is actually like behind me. Let me see if I'm going to hit a bump in the carpet here. But yeah, I took the green screen out because I have something to show off. You can probably see it right there. You can see the little Ghostbuster sign right there. We'll get to that. Where the hell did Adam go? I just saw him pop in backstage. Anyway, let me welcome. Welcome to my madhouse. Tina Bojan and Godzillionaire in the chat right now. Welcome, everybody. It's not just me today. It's not just me. We got AngelousDraven with us, too.
Hey, guys. What's up?
Welcome. Good to see you, man.
Yeah, good to be here. These last couple of days I've been up early, so I was like, yeah, stop in.
Yeah, absolutely. I had some free time this morning, and I didn't have time to do a video. I know you guys. I'm sorry, but the videos have. I mean, look, I'll spend 4 hours producing a video. It gets like 30 to 40 views. I mean, that's not time well spent. Plus, I've been teaching more, so it's hail brutal bumpy carpet. They make ointments for that. I better talk to Dylan Mulvaney. He might need some of that.
For his lip, his upper lip.
Yeah. Oh, cold sores. That's herpes, Dylan. That's herpes, buddy. Yeah. So we're gonna talk some wrestling and other fun stuff this morning. What up, Nano? Follow the science libtards. If it has a dick, it's not a chick. It's not difficult. We were just talking about this on Twitter. Right? It's not difficult, man. If you were born with a dick and two balls, you're not a woman. I'm sorry, you're never gonna be a woman.
Yeah.
Fucking Fruit Loops, man. Jesus. I don't want to start out the stream like that, but goddamn, it's
that's
so
like,
fucking
that's like
ridiculous.
You ever watch that whatever podcast or whatever? And that guy that was like she was like, if you had to choose between a trans woman or an old person to have sex with, and he's like, oh, I'll take the old person because I'm not gay. And then they get it's like they have a dick. Like, I'm not gonna like that makes you gay. And then they get all butthurt. It's like, what? They're trying to say that you're gonna be straight if you have sex with a trans woman. It's like, no.
Yeah. Well, first of all, if you have to put a what is that, a precursor in front of it, like say trans woman, it's not a woman. Just say it's a fucking man. It's a trap, is what it is. It's a fucking trap. All right. Yep. It's not. It's
one thing if you're like bi, then it's whatever. It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
But most people aren't that way. Like they're gonna be straight. So it's like you can't, if sexuality and like your preferences matter, then yeah.
Well, that's the caveat. It's thank you, Future Fantasy Empire. It's prefix. Yeah, my brain is not working yet. Troons are traps. Yes, they are. They absolutely are. I don't want to skip Brutal's. Oh God, don't assume the gender of someone's past. He was also born a male. It's his. Oh God. Wait, is that what the T stands for in Alphabet Mafia? Trap. Yes. Bisexual males are not a thing. Once you go gay, you're gay. Yeah. That's basically it. Like, I'm sorry, dude, but from the moment you put a dick in your mouth, you're fucking gay. Like, that's and hey, look, if that's what you want to do, I have no problem with, like I said, with that. This got me kicked off Twitter for a week. The L's, the G's, and the B's, man, we're cool. We're fucking cool.
Yeah.
Like, that's fine. I have friends in that. That's fine. I have nothing against lesbians, gays, like I said, bisexuals, men. If you're a bisexual man, you're lying to yourself. If you're a bisexual woman, you're in fucking college. And then after college, you're going to grow up and be like, I should probably, because I want to have a family.
Yeah.
I'm not bisexual anymore, and that's fine.
If you want to spice up the bedroom, it's not an issue then at that point.
Yeah. As long as you're not Draven and think of threesomes, 2 guys and a girl.
Hey, when there's a honey in between, there's some leeway. No eye contact, no touching. There's like a bubble around me and a bubble around him. And yeah. and the only thing that can touch me is the chick, then yeah.
We still have the Geeks and Gamers logo. I just want to say that I really, we talked about this, and we're really not affiliated with Geeks and Gamers as far as I'm concerned.
Goddamn, it has to be somebody I'm like super comfortable with, not just some rando. Like,
Yep. Yeah, that's it, Future. You do you, just don't lie about it. Exactly. Yeah. Exactly. Just don't fucking lie. You know, dude, I'm bisexual. No, dude, you're gay. That's cool. If that's what you want to do, be gay. Fucking fine. Ain't nobody.
It's like if you are bi, you have to look at the it's the dude to chick ratio. If they're not even, you're not bi.
Yeah.
You're gay. Yeah. Gay or you're straight, one way or the other.
Yeah, what up, Flash Shark? I think I've seen the name in the chat maybe once or twice. Welcome. Good morning. Yeah.
Unless you're red, then if you're receiving it, then it's not gay.
It's not gay. He's just not gay as long as you're just receiving.
Yep.
Which I still don't abide by. I'm good. But no, we got a lot going on. The show tomorrow night's still up in the air whether we're going to do Saturday night's main event or not. It looks like we're going to, but it just depends if I go out to dinner tomorrow night or not with my friends. So we're still kind of waiting to see what's going to happen with that. But the Monster Squad review will probably be out Sunday. It'll have to be out Sunday because I have to teach Monday all day.
Okay.
The middle school teacher I sub for, her husband's got to go have fucking surgery. And he's had some health issues, which sucks because, it's not, I hope he's all right, but I might get more volunteer because I'm not taking pay for any of the sub I'm doing, the sub work I'm doing. Like I'm just using it as volunteer hours because I have to, they fucked up my volunteer hours because I have to have 100 during the course of the school year, which I'm fairly certain I already have. But like last month I checked, they're like, you have 40. I'm like, I've subbed like 30 times this year. I'm like, I don't, there's no way. So I'm getting all that straightened out, but just to help out, I'm going to sub again. And then I've got 3 more dates within the next like couple weeks lined up. So, but yeah, we'll be back. We'll get the Monster Squad review out finally. Cause like I said, I just watched it the other day, which the wife and kid had never seen. Oh, it's fucking,
they haven't seen it.
They've never seen it.
I understand your son not seeing because he's a kid.
Yeah.
But your wife has never seen it? Oh my God.
No. She was like, it looks vaguely familiar, but I don't think I've ever actually seen the entire movie. And it was excellent. It was a fucking great movie. Yeah. It holds up. And like I said, Joe Blow, I was kind of pissed because Joe Blow Horror, which fucking huge channel, just did a Does It Still Hold Up? But there's things that I want to talk about in the movie, just little personal things.
They have a documentary called Wolfman Has Nards too that I picked up on Blu-ray when that came out, and that's pretty good too. They go into like the, why it didn't do well when it first came out and all that shit.
Well, there's a lot of competition at the box office when that came out. Like
Lost Boys was the biggest competition.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yep, which is a fucking fantastic movie which I reviewed. This identify as shit is getting out of hand anyway. My sailboat started to identify as 103 meter instead of 103 foot, and the tax man agreed. The Wolfman Has No Nards Monster Squad. Yes, File 13. That is what I will be reviewing soon. But real quick before we get into our wrestling, I gotta scoot over here because I can do this because I am. Let's see. Let me just lift this up.
So you got all the pieces for that?
Yes, all the pieces. It's complete. Nice. Here, I'm going to go solo for a minute. J-Man met the director, and he signed my VHS copy. That is fucking awesome. Hail. Go subscribe to J-Man. Dude is fucking great. One of my mods, post J-Man's channel in the chat.
Yeah, he covers a lot of the...
he covers a lot of women's wrestling.
Yes, and he does the Fed a lot. He covers a lot of the Fed stuff.
Yeah.
So if you're not an AEW fan and you like the Fed, he's got you covered.
Yeah, we need to get J-Man back on again. I wish he could come on one of the Tuesday night streams. Not Tuesday night, but Tuesday. I'm still thinking fucking Monday Night Wars. Either Friday or Wednesday. We do those. That'd be fun.
Yeah.
But let's see. What up, Adam? Good morning.
What's up? Good morning. I've been up since like 7, man. That's not normal.
No, I understand. I was up I woke up at like 5:30. Trey woke me up and he's like, "Can I get up yet?" I'm like, "Just go in your room." And he was watching. He goes in there and he's watching some nature show this morning.
Right.
Usually he's watching like Minecraft videos, but he likes those animal shows. But I wanted to. I want to go solo just for a minute here.
Yeah.
And yeah. So we got here. I'll move the camera down. It doesn't matter because we don't have the green screen now. Yeah. I got these are where did the original doors go? They're around here somewhere. But hang on. But yeah, this is the firehouse right here. Oh, here it is right here. Oh, I set it back here on the shelf. It's nice without the green screen to be able to get up and walk around. I'm not gonna lie.
Without bumping
Like
it.
these were the original doors here. And the problem I had with these, because the guy 3D printed these, he didn't put this in the middle here, this little like ledge that when you close it, it holds the other door shut. See, the pins were broke on both sides on the bottom. They were missing one of the door hinges. So I ordered these up and I got all new graphics for it, but I didn't need them. The graphics were absolutely fucking clean. Sweet. Brutal put J-Man's link in the chat. Hey, we'll be going for about an hour, brother. So hour and a half, maybe. Well, no, about an hour.
You got to go to work still, don't you?
I got to work at 11, but yeah. So here's the doors, which they're nice looking, but this one just kind of swings open on its own. But you pop those open, and it's new. And I did the sign. I put the only new graphics I put on was the Ghostbuster sign. I soaked that in some water and cleaned it all up, and we got the pedestal for the fireman's pole here. Nice. And we actually have the trap. Whoop, slid off. It worked. Let me make sure she's on there. But yeah, the trap. There we go. Trap works.
Well,
got
cool.
that all.
Because doesn't one of the little ghost things go in the thing, and then when you do that, it falls down into the big into the containment unit.
Yep. But yeah, the inside, like it's like all the railings are in good shape. All the stickers in here are just beautiful. And I bought this from a friend of Coach Loudy's. Those of you familiar with the program, the podcast back in the day, remember Coach Loudy. But yeah, so this is for the kid's birthday. Now we've got the Ecto One already.
He knows about it.
He does. He knows. He saw it down here. I left it out like a dummy.
Yeah, but you can just be like, "This is mine," and not told him.
Yeah, he knows, and that's fine. He doesn't know I'm ordering him all the figures though. Like,
nice.
I got the new ones, but I don't like the way they look. We have the ones from the only one they didn't have was Ernie Hudson. So I got the new figures. Yeah. So I'm ordering the original real Ghostbusters figures for him, and he'll have that for his birthday. And much to the behest of the wife, I don't think she knows yet, but I'm probably going to order that new Snake Mountain.
I kind of want to get since they have those the new like older versions of the TMNT. I would love to get an old the sewer play set. I used to have that.
Yeah,
I would actually use had the sewer pipes or whatever with it, and you could take them off and like connect them together and shit, make bigger sewer pipe. I would use the elbow one as like fucking body armor, and put it over my thing and pretend I was like Iron Man or some shit, or Mega Man.
Oh, that's racist. They don't have the black guy. I love it. Cancel culture's hero Walter Peck. Is this true? Yes, it's true. This man has no dick. But yeah, so that's the Ghostbusters firehouse right there. Like I said, I bought the Repro Ecto One because I sold mine a couple years ago. Not because I needed money. I wanted to buy more fucking Star Wars toys, and that was my deal with the wife. Is like, if you're gonna buy more Star Wars toys because you have so many, you gotta fucking you gotta sell some of your other stuff. I'm like, all right, so. All the miscellaneous. I sold a little more G.I. Joe than I wanted to, but it brought so much money in that I couldn't fucking help it. Like that battle platform I sold for like $200 is now going for like $350 to $400 complete. The Tomahawk helicopter is the same way, the classic one. I'm going to buy the 25th anniversary edition of the Tomahawk helicopter per Sal from 2 Cents Toys because he's like, dude, it's more durable. He goes, I would buy that one because you guys play with the stuff. I'm like, yeah. So I'm going to buy that.
He's selling a bunch of his shit, isn't he?
I know.
I wonder if he has any of the Beast Wars or I
can't remember if he does.
Fucking, what was the other, or Power Ranger shit?
Etep, what's up, brother? Hey, Mr. Grant Gregory, good to see you, man. Yeah, we shot Grant Gregory Link Wednesday night. He couldn't make it, but we're gonna bring him back on as soon as his schedule allows for a Wednesday night or a Saturday night or whatever stream he wants to jump on with us. Hail Horny Alf, hail the Legion of Memers. That's Grant and Horny Alf. We got Legion of Memer representacion in the chat right now. I tell you what, my mental state has been better since I stopped reviewing Gotham Knights. I'm not going to lie.
That's good.
Fuck that. I almost thought about it. I was like, what if I go back and do a couple of the... I'm like, no, stop it.
Hold out your hand. Hold out your hand.
That's it. Just stop it. Don't do that. Don't do that. And meanwhile, there's people out there going, don't do that. Don't give me hope. Yeah, like, come on, we want it back. We want it back. I can't do it. I can't spend 14 to 16 hours producing those videos. I can't do it. I don't have it in me anymore. Batwoman was one thing.
Especially if you're not getting like a bunch of views for it.
No, like the Batwoman one's 300, 200 to 300 views. I'm comfortable there spending that much time. It's a good return on investment.
Yeah.
But I mean, 40, 50, 60 views for that much production time is not worth it. Not when I should be getting more views for the fucking for the amount of time and amount of subscribers. Gotham Knights, the gift that keeps on giving. Chris Wicks, another Australian. What's up, bro? Good to see you, man. Good to see you. Yeah, Chris sent me and Trey a kick-ass birthday present. It was for, I think it was for my birthday a couple of years ago. It was the Sega Genesis, the joysticks that are like, they're the big wide base. Oh, those are fucking great. We use that for playing Sonic and everything. But Horny Owl says I started doing gaming streams on Twitch. I'll be linking my YouTube channel. Hell yeah. Cool, man. I need you to take the hit because I don't want to watch it. I just want to watch the content around it. Oh, man.
Just do it in a batch. Like, just watch a bunch of them in a batch and then just do one video or two or whatever.
I think I won't be able to if I do that, I won't be able to produce it like I used to, but I can still make it. I can still make it funny and snag some highlights, but I could do that. I could do something like that at the end of the season. I could do like an entire like overview. Because I actually don't know how many episodes they're going to do.
I actually didn't necessarily have high hopes for the show, but I was like, maybe it's at least somewhat entertaining because Misha is in it from Supernatural as Castiel. Well, Castiel is what he put in there, but I guess not.
Did he really just say high hopes?
Well, he might have been able to carry the show. Like, usually if they have a decent actor in it, like, he might be able to carry the show.
Yeah.
But if the writing and all that shit is, like, super bad, I guess not.
And that's a great segue. Speaking of writing.
I just wanted to see your videos on it, but if the writing is that bad that it was worse than Batwoman, I gotta support you, man. Don't do it.
It was. Just film your live reaction to Gotham Knights. I could do that. I could sit there and watch it and just film reactions.
Even Az did the same thing.
Yeah, see, it's not just me. I'm glad because I don't even know if because I was watching Disparu. Disparu? Is that how you say it? Disparu. I started watching his channel. I found him like a couple months ago and I started watching some of his videos. I like him. I do. I really like him. I think he's fucking hilarious. But yeah, I couldn't do it. I couldn't fucking do it. Like I said, Batwoman was one thing, but that Gotham Knights was just like, oof. And we were talking about bad writing. That's a good segue. Did you hear the one about the WWE writer who's suing them for like racism and all that? Did you hear that?
Yeah, I heard about, like, I guess it was because they wanted to do a 9/11 storyline or some shit.
Yeah.
And this was just pitching stuff. Like, they weren't actually, like, they didn't actually follow through with it, which, you're at a pitch meeting. Like, you're going to try to pitch whatever ideas you have. You know, even if it's super off the wall, you know, throw it at the wall and see if it sticks, you know?
Yeah. Yeah, it doesn't make any sense. Like a lawsuit over that.
Mm-hmm.
Your doggo up there?
Yeah, is that your dog or the
No,
that's
mine. That's Natty.
Oh, okay.
The other one's gone.
Oh, okay.
She's been gone for a week tomorrow.
Okay.
Yeah, I dropped her off last Saturday back with the lady we bought her from, and she has since rehomed her with a active duty military Marine.
Oh yeah, that'll be great.
And her husband, who already have a German Shepherd.
Okay.
So, and that dude, I'm not gonna lie. Before we get into this anymore, that was the most difficult thing I've had to do. I mean, probably since like honestly, like the most emotionally painful thing I've had to do since like witnessing like what happened to my son and my wife when he was born. And that's not exaggeration. Nope. I literally had an hour car ride where I cried almost the entire fucking ride because I didn't want to rehome that dog. I didn't want to.
Last time I came and seen you, what was I dealing with? We had to rehome Peanut Butter. You know what I mean, dude?
Yeah.
And I mean, the only thing that pulled me through it was that's a 3.5 hour drive, man.
Yeah.
From here to you. It was like 5 minutes to you. So I was able to do it and then spend the whole day with you and not think about it.
Yeah, that's like with Drew
the only thing that kept me from losing my mind.
Drew recently had to rehome his cat too, so it's like, it's not easy. I've never had to do it, thankfully, but yeah. I did have to give up a cat though. When me and my ex split, like we had 2 cats. I took one, and she took the other, and I wish I would have been able to take both.
I had that with my ex. We had 2 cats. I just left them with her because I moved back home with my parents.
Yeah.
After we split up, and because I left her, we had an apartment. I just said, "You keep it. I'll fucking move out. Trust me, I'll move out."
My parents' cat at the time, or our cat at the time, was pretty old, and she ended up passing away not that long afterwards. So it worked out anyway. And then we got a newer black cat. But I wish I would have been able to take. So we named him Rhaego, like in Game of Thrones, the baby that they were gonna have. Khal Drogo, but it ended up was a miscarriage, and it was the cat that would what was it, rule the world or whatever the fuck that their thing is. But that's why we named him Rhaego.
Let's see. Brutal says, "Don't get me started. My dog's ashes are still at the place waiting to be picked up, but we can buy new furniture."
Yep. I know,
dude. Man. My wife's grandparents were like that. They always got Malamutes, and they had ashes from like 3 or 4 of them that they'd had over the course of their marriage, you know, in boxes. Which after they passed away, we were cleaning their house out. I'm like, what the hell is this? What are all these? The dogs, you know. But yeah, it was sad. It really was. Bela was, but she's going to a really good home, and I'm absolutely ecstatic that she'll be in an environment that will help her thrive, because I did, man. I fucking love that dog. You know, it was shit that it went down the way it did. And she got along with Natty when they met, and she was an alpha. And this is Natalia's house. This is Natalia's house. She's the queen bee here. And my cat, you know, I got Meech is 10 and Mr. Beans is 2, and they couldn't come downstairs unless she was outside or locked up. So it was like, nah, you know, you ain't gotta hurt one of my other animals, because she would drag Natty across the floor by her tail. I mean, in the month that I had her, she went from weighing like 16, 17 pounds to 40. I mean, she was, and I wasn't overfeeding her.
No.
They recommend the feed 3 times a day, 1 cup, and I was feeding her that. And she only got 1 treat or 2 treats a day while I was training her. And, you know, I'd bust them into pieces and give her, but she's in a good home. The lady sent us some pictures of her with the other dogs. She's doing great. So I'm happy, you know.
That's good.
But people who aren't happy apparently are the WWE writers. And as somebody with you know, a decade of experience in the indies, writers for a wrestling company is absolutely the dumbest shit I've ever heard. I understand what WWE is trying to be, but you're a wrestling company. You know, you're a wrestling company. Yeah. Be a fucking wrestling company. And, you know, you can produce your side shows, but like your whatever shows they do for the network, all that stuff, that should be your writers for that shouldn't be your writers for your television product. You need a booker. You need a booking committee for your shows, for your product, not fucking Hollywood writers who are like, you know, this hostile work environment, racial sued by former. This is just.
I can understand hostile work environment because you hear stories from talent and stuff, but like as far as like writing and pitching ideas, I think that's a little much.
How about when Vince was going to be the father of Stephanie's daughter? I had to say it. I've been biting my tongue this whole time, but that came from Vince McMahon. I'm just saying, guys. I mean, so this to me is complete horseshit. But yes.
Yeah, nothing like an incest angle.
With, exactly. Like they throw shit at the wall and see if it like that might be able to stick. And then they, you know, obviously not everything ends up going to TV for obvious reasons. But
this is just utterly. This is a ridiculous, frivolous lawsuit. See, former writer filed the lawsuit. Racial discrimination, yada. Brittany Abrams, who is black, was fired last year by WWE after working for about a year and a half at the Stanford-based company, in addition to suing the Fed. The complaint names as defendants Vince McMahon and Stephanie, and another executive and 4 writers, whom are all white. What a fucking surprise. What a surprise. And the sad thing is that some stupid cuck judge will let this go through.
Well, especially if she's the one that had the angle for 9/11, you deserve to be fired. Go fuck yourself. I mean, I know we love wrestling, but if she was the one with the idea for that, what the fuck is wrong with you?
I mean, that's as like when they wanted to do that with Muhammad Hassan, you know, and they were doing that whole terrorist angle with him back. And it's funny because the dude's not even Middle Eastern; he's Italian.
Yeah.
And now he's a principal of a high school. You know, good for him. You know, get the fuck out of there. They were obviously setting you up to be shit on in your real life too. I mean, let's be honest. Hey, you're Italian. Well, let's, instead of doing a stereotypical Italian gimmick, why don't we make you a fucking terrorist? What? Like that? Yeah.
We're out of the 70s and 80s. I'm sorry. You know.
Yeah, I'm glad we've moved away. Yeah. I'm glad we moved away from the what was it?
The racially stereotypical gimmick.
Yeah, the stereotype like parody like fucking era.
Yep.
I was never
would have had Rick Martel version 2.0.
I was never a fan of that shit. I just
when you had the guy dressed as the rooster and like
Terry Taylor, the Red Rooster.
Taylor, and the
rooster. Vince did that to fuck with him.
Wasn't there the gobbler or whatever the fuck?
Gobbledygooker.
Yeah, that was an actual like person in a suit.
Yeah.
What? Let's see. Wait. I find the fact that wrestling has a writer only reinforces the idea it's a fake sport. Not fake. Not fake. Not fake.
Predetermined.
Choreographed with predetermined outcomes.
Yeah.
That's that. You know, it's a male soap opera. You're telling a story.
You take a body slam or a fucking all that shit and tell me it's fake then.
That's the caveat. And now, you know, you don't have wrestlers, you got fucking acrobats. And like I said, and I've said it ad nauseum, I don't agree with Jim Cornette on a lot of things because he's a fucking idiot when it comes to politics. But his wrestling knowledge and acumen is unsurpassed. It truly is. I don't agree with a lot of his. Well, I actually do agree with some of his stuff on AEW because Tony Khan has huge issues with the way he books his product and the way he conducts himself as somebody who owns a wrestling company. You can't, and I've been a promoter. I ran a company for a year. We fucking lost money and we closed the doors after a year. But you can't be friends with the boys. That's the fucking problem. And I was the booker. There was 3 promoters. It was myself, my tag team partner, James, and Gary, who both of them had been in the business at that point when I got in 2007 for around 8 to 9 years each. Or no, I'm sorry. James had been in for 5 and Gary'd been in for like 7. So I was fresh. Like I'd never Never stepped foot in a ring other than to have my picture taken with Superfly Snuka, which I wasn't a woman, so he didn't try to murder me. But you have to have a distance between yourself and your talent. Now, I've been around a lot of other companies on the indies. You know, I worked for over 10 years, like 24 companies probably. But hey, Gap After Dark, welcome. Welcome. Car video, not today. Maybe later. Maybe later. You'll get a car video out of me on the way to work. I might record a short. I got to do a short today, a wrestling short, but that'll be
you
later
have a truck, so you have a truck video. So
I don't have a truck yet. I get my new truck tomorrow.
Nice.
The Black Stealth Bomber will be gone tomorrow. I got another Ram. I got a 23 half-ton it's the built to serve edition, which it's cool. It's got some like American flags on it. It's Hydro Blue with it's got the magnesium like colored American flags, and then the center console's dope because it has a locking gun safe in it.
Awesome.
So love you too, Tim. You're a good motherfucker, man. Tim's the guy we got to get back on.
Yeah,
he was streaming earlier when you were announcing you were going to stream, and then I had my issues. So yeah, man, he's a good dude.
I want to have Tim on. I like this kid, even though he's a Raylo. It's okay. It's all right. We love him anyway.
He lives, by Indy. You know, he's south of me a bit, so you know it's not his fault.
But shit, no, I'll be hanging out with Adam. This Sunday? Coming up,
yeah, I'll be up there Sunday.
And then I'll see you in 2 weeks when I'm down getting my tattoo from Nelson.
Yep.
Which that's look, my wife's like, she was worried she goes, I just want to come laugh at you when you cry. So I'm not gonna fucking cry, woman. I'm not gonna cry when I'm getting fucking cry.
Don't worry, Miss Etep. I'll record it and send it to you directly.
But no, I know you're a closet Raylo. God damn you. No. I do I have a crush on Daisy Ridley? Fucking absolutely. She's gorgeous and she's a triplet. Jesus. But I can say this before we get back to the wrestling, and while we're on the topic of writing, if the new Star Wars had done that character justice, it could have been a good character.
Oh, for sure.
It really could have been. But they should have went with Finn as the Jedi.
Well, they could have done a dual Jedis. Like they could have done that. That would have been fine too.
Would have made the sword make more sense.
Made her be related to Ben, like they were originally gonna do, and all that shit. But
that just hey, Al?
Is that like a personal attack or something?
And
I don't have a grayscale.
They could have made fucking Finn be related to Lando as well.
Yeah,
it would have been perfect.
It could have been Lando and some Obi-Wan thing, female, and you know what I mean. That would have worked.
Yeah.
Wait, Finn and Rey versus Broom Boy. Holy shit. So we keep going back to Star Wars. At the end of The Last Jedi, right? I'm sitting in the theater with my coworker, Josh, who bought the tickets and drugged me to that thing. Like I said, we're sitting there and he's at the end of the movie. He's like, oh, dude. I'm like, I just looked over at him and this was my I
actually didn't mind The Last Jedi at first. And then once I because it was the first movie I got to watch after me and my ex split, and she was always like super critical of like every fucking movie. I was like, I just wanted to sit back and relax and enjoy a movie, like without her fucking giving her 2 cents. But then once I started like looking at it and you break it down and shit, then I'm like, this is an issue. And she wasn't right about a lot, but she hated the Force Awakens, and rightfully so.
Yeah, dude. Okay, like I said, my wife, who was a Star Wars normie until we got together, she didn't like the the sequel trilogy either. She's never seen Rise. I told her, I said, don't even waste your time with Rise of Skywalker.
It was so bad. I literally hate watch that movie. There was people like cheering shit on while I was watching, and I'm like groaning as they're doing so. Like, that's how much I hated watching that movie.
Hail, Good Stuff, man. What's up, brother? My editor extraordinaire. Me and Good Stuff will be having some comedy skits coming out very soon. We're gonna start working on some of those. Nice. There cannot either confirm nor deny, but there may or may not be another Yuri Grabovich video pertaining to Dylan Mulvaney, as we feel we have some topics to discuss with our Russian comrade, my cousin. I was on a blind date, bro, for the Last Jedi or Rise of Skywalker. Holy shit.
The Last Jedi, I think.
Oh my God. Oh man. That's rough. That's rough. Finn should have been a Jedi. Absolutely. Who shouldn't have been a Jedi though was our friend over here. What was her name? Brittany Abrams. The defendants repeatedly subjected the plaintiff to unlawful discrimination in a hospital. Okay. Unlawful discrimination is a pretty broad term. All right. Like, I mean, if they were saying that your ideas are shit because you're black, then that's workplace discrimination. Yeah. But I mean, let's see. A hostile work environment, as well as unlawful retaliation for complaining of the defendant's unlawful employment practices, including her complaints of racial harassment, discrimination, and other wrongdoing, said an excerpt of the complaint, which was filed in the district court in the Eastern District of New York. They haven't returned a request for comment. She was hired in November of 2020. Abram received numerous compliments for her work, including recognition from Vince McMahon, who is the CEO. But it's said that her time at the company was marred by a number of incidents involving other writers. In one instance, Abrams objected to the writer defendants pitching the scene with racist and stereotypical jargon. Okay, so for Bianca Belair, the writer intended Belair to say, don't make me take my earrings off and beat your ass, which are lines based upon cruel, ugly stereotypes of dark-skinned black women. How many times have we seen these fight videos where the fucking bitches are taking their earrings off first?
Yeah. Latinos do it all the time. I live in Little Mexico, man. I mean, that's not just a black thing.
I mean, it's
a ghetto crazy bitch thing, but
that's it. And like, to me, that's not really a stereotype. That's something that fucking happens, which, I mean, there's okay. So a lot of stereotypes, and this goes for any race. There's always a certain modicum of truth behind every single one of them. So
yeah, they're slightly grounded in reality. Like,
yeah,
it might not be. It's not obviously you can't generalize it.
No,
but
no, it helps to be specific.
In that specific race that are known for that.
Nano says, "Bitch is gonna fight. The hoops are coming out." Right? That's it. They take them shits off.
Don't matter if they're Dollar Tree earrings or the best from the resale shop, man. They're coming out.
At one point, Belair complained the script's discriminatory lines made her look ghetto, the complaint said.
Ghetto?
That's not the script doing that. It's the way you act.
No.
But hey, you know, I'm not a Bianca Belair fan. Do I think she's somewhat attractive? Yeah. But that's okay. So you want to talk stereotypes? The bitch has 7 foot of fucking horsehair in her extensions. Yeah, and you're going to tell me that I'm not supposed to make a joke about how fucking ridiculous it is that she uses extensions as a fucking weapon during her matches? Dude, get out of here. Get the fuck out. Like, come on. Like that.
Watching her getting drug around by her hair was funny, I will say. I'm sorry. It was funny.
Yeah, and that's exactly what Nano says. So they don't get snatched out during the fight. Exactly. Fucking exactly.
Unless you're, you know, Moxley, who gets his earring ripped out like all the time in his matches.
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Every time he has an earring.
Yeah.
I never even these. Like I never wore these when I wrestled because these don't come out unless I unscrew the point at the end. You know, I'd wear my diamonds you know, if I was doing promos, but they came out before I wrestled. I wore one of them in a scrum and it got ripped out, and I found it I literally, in the middle of the fight, I told the guy I was hitting me, I was like, drop me to the ground so I can find my fucking earring. You know, so he punched me in the head and I fell, and I'm like laying there looking for I was like, these are real fucking diamonds. I'm not losing one of these. Let's see. Brutal Morningwood says, how much racist and stereotypical jargon has she sat in on or contributed to in her stint there? All of a sudden it's a problem. Oh, I'm sure she was like, let's make a white guy not dance good or something stupid. You know what I mean? The lawsuit also alleges Nigerian wrestler Apollo Crews was forced by WWE to speak with a Nigerian accent just because his Nigerian lineage. In another exchange, one of the writer defendants pitched having a white male wrestler with a hunting gimmick who would hunt a black male wrestler for fun. That is fucked up.
Yeah,
I mean, it sounds a little Bugs Bunny-esque.
Yeah.
But yeah. Again, these are just ideas, though, right? These were pitches.
Not a good look. These are pitches, but I don't see, like, okay, so they're pitches. They never made it to TV. So somebody in the room was obviously like, that is a fucking stupid idea. You should probably shut the fuck up about that.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Like, they're probably like, that's going to come off racist on television. Let's not do that.
But
like,
look at all your horror movies that you guys love. Right. And this has nothing to do with race. You got a guy that's hunting people. Race doesn't matter in that. So, I mean, it kind of depends on where you slide, but I still agree with what you're saying. Just don't do it in the first place.
Yeah. Not a good look. Not a good look to do, you know. It doesn't make any fucking sense. I mean, yeah, so obviously, you but it's a pitch meeting. People are going to throw shit at the wall, see what sticks. Obviously, it was soundly rejected, never made TV. So why it's being brought up in a lawsuit is beyond me. Other than probably for context of the basis of the lawsuit, that's the only legal reason I could see this being brought up, is contextualizing the lawsuit. Now, the Nigerian accent thing, if Apollo Crews was cool with it, all right, lean in on your heritage. But if he's not, then don't make him do it, because that's as bad. And I've had this complaint with Vince. Vince is racist. We know he is. We know he is. It's not like a fucking mystery.
Nope.
It's not. But Godzillionaire, you're absolutely right. All these ideas would have been MCU movies or Disney Plus series. Yeah, that's the thing. And then they would have been called transcendent storytelling, and they'd have been praised.
First of its time.
But look at Kofi Kingston. Kofi Kingston is of, I believe it's Guyanese lineage. That's and Vince gave him a fucking Jamaican gimmick.
Yep. He's from Guyana, right?
Yeah, he's from Guyana. Yeah, so he's like Guyanese or however, whatever. I believe it's Guyanese. So yeah, he's from Guyana. Yeah, that's that whole Jamaican thing. I was like, oh my god, what the fuck? Like,
but he rolled with it.
He did
with it and got to where he was. Sometimes you do those stupid ass things to prove you got balls, right? Like that's the point.
Like look at Dustin Rhodes, like with Goldust, like you know, they gave him a shit gimmick, but he made it work. And
he made it work.
Now he's like one of the, you know, obviously he's never won a world title, but he's like one of the most respected, you know, wrestlers in the biz.
Oh, dude's talented. I mean, he's way more talented than Thody.
Yep.
As Tony says, Thody Rhodes. I find this lawsuit. I'm gonna eat an edible before I go to work. It's ridiculous. It's utterly ridiculous. Like I said, among other examples, Abrams said she and the only other black writer at the time were pressured to develop a storyline would have involved Mansoor, a wrestler who was born in Saudi Arabia, holding a secret that he was behind the terrorist attacks of September 11th.
Damn.
But again, it's a pitch.
Yep.
Didn't happen.
And if you're like kind of out of ideas, like you're gonna come up with some pretty shit stuff, like even like that. Like you're gonna go to the first thing that comes to mind. You're not gonna
Well, what if we did this? Well, that's probably not a good idea. Okay, let's not do that then.
Yeah.
Let's not do that at all. Let's see. What do we got? What do we got here? Hang on. Hey, Sentinel's here. Hail. Did you see the JBL was getting on Twitter for the angle he had with Eddie back in 2004? It's a work. Smarks are dumber now than they were 20 years ago. Yeah. Yeah, they're so well, they've been conditioned. It's basically we have widespread societal Pavlovian conditioning. It's like the dog with the bell that salivates when he hears a bell for a treat. They hear offensive, and these people are just like, oh my God, I'm offended. It's like, I hate the show Friends. I fucking hate it.
I do too.
But
I don't understand how anybody can find that shit funny.
No. But I will defend to the death the show's right to have a cast that is all white.
Mm-hmm.
I love the. They're in New York. There's no way that there's a group of Friends that's all white. I'm like,
yeah, there is. It's possible.
Just like I'm like, oh, so you're telling me in all of New York, there's no group of Friends that's all Latino or all Black or all Middle Eastern or all Asian. They all have to have box checking diversity in them just for the sake of it. Like, come on. Come on. And yeah, Aisha Tyler was on that show at one point. I think she played, was it Joey's girlfriend? I think it was her. I had a crush on Aisha Tyler. I thought she was hot. Oh, you're speaking my language. Seinfeld was my absolute favorite show of all time. It goes Seinfeld and then Lost and then everything else. Melrose Place may or may not be in the top 5, but anyway. Abrams was fired in April of 2022 after she took a commemorative chair from WrestleMania 38, which was held at the beginning of that month at AT&T Stadium in Arlington, Texas. WWE employees who were not African-American and who had not engaged in the protected activity were permitted to take these limited edition event WrestleMania branded chairs for their own private use following the WrestleMania event, the complaint said. In the years prior to the plaintiff making her complaint of discrimination, WWE did not subject employees to disciplinary action in response to taking the removable, temporary seating, limited edition WrestleMania branded chairs from the WrestleMania events. The lawsuit added, it is clear that despite the plaintiff's excellent work and performance, defendants actually terminated her employment based on her complaints about the defendant's racial discrimination and due to her race and gender.
So what she's trying to say is they're trying to sue her because she took or they fired her because of a chair.
Yeah,
they're saying that they fired her because of a chair, but she's saying that they fired her because of the racial.
But if you stole something, again, that falls into that whole nonsense stuff. But whether or not you could have the chair or not, but if not, that's theft. So you were fired for that. It's got nothing to do with your race. The fact that you're Black and stole it, that's on you. I'm sorry, but it's true.
This is
they fired Etep, and he's a Jew. So couldn't have Jewed your way out of that one.
I'd have sued him for anti-Semitism. Anyway, then I'm like, you're Catholic. Shut up. That's what I would have got.
Right. Married to a German. I mean, come on. This shit writes itself. But yeah, man, there's no logic there. I miss the days of being able just to fire somebody just because they sucked, and now they have this. Because what I'd like to see is what did she do for WWE in the time frame she was there? What ideas were hers that paid off? And if the answer is nothing, then you sucked at writing and or pitch ideas. So and then you stole a chair.
Yeah, this is fucking stupid. I want to go back to Brutalist. So if Friends was filmed on the edge of the Amazon, would they be crying about needing more white people? No, it'd be championed. I can't take these chairs. I thought this was Walgreens. Yeah, this is ridiculous. People are soft. Let's see. Abrams, who the lawsuit notes is a resident of Kings County, New York, which refers to the county comprising Brooklyn, New York, is seeking damages in amount to be determined at trial. And added to those damages would be, in any event, in excess of the jurisdictional limit of any other court which might otherwise have jurisdiction over this matter, plus prejudgment interest, to compensate the plaintiff for all non-monetary and or compensatory damages, including but not limited to compensation for their severe mental anguish, emotional distress, humiliation, embarrassment, stress and anxiety, loss of self-esteem, self-confidence, personal dignity, emotional pain and suffering, and other physical and mental injuries. Holy fucking ridiculous shit. Wow. talk about throwing shit at a wall to see what sticks. That's what this fucking lawsuit is.
Yep.
They're throwing shit at a wall. This is Johnny Cochran Jr.'s law firm too.
Especially with all this stuff and allegations with Vince. That's what it is, because then they're just going to be like, all right, well, we're not even going to take this to court. They're just going to like give her a payout just to shut her up. That's basically what she wants, a payout.
Yeah, she just wants money.
Fuck up. If this other shit wasn't going on, I bet it wouldn't even have came to light.
No, this is because Vince McMahon is, there. What did Vince do that was illegal? What did Vince do that was actually illegal? You know what I mean?
Nothing that we're aware of.
Yeah, nothing that we're aware of. Exactly.
He did the same thing. He did the same thing illegal that Trump did, which is nothing. Which is nothing. These fucking people are insane. This Brittany Abrams is a fucking grifter. This is a grifter thing to do. You're gonna sue this. Yeah, get out of here. Get the fuck out.
Yeah,
emotional.
That's true.
Expect more of this to come along with Vince making it. Oh yeah. Well, that's like. Did you guys? Tony was talking the other day about What Culture Wrestling and how those little bitches over there. They said the only thing Vince McMahon should be remembered for is the scandal. It's like, whether you love Vince or you hate Vince, which I hate Vince McMahon, but at the same time, I will recognize the achievements and what he's done for the business, which he did do a lot for the business.
Well, that's
his
like
entire life has been dedicated to it.
That's like the same thing with Benoit and these people that are like, he shouldn't be remembered for anything, like, except what he did to his fam. Like, it's like, bitch, he contributed a lot to the wrestling,
Same with China.
And other people that have been, like you said, China and other people too.
Yeah.
Their achievements in the wrestling industry is like, monumental. So it's like, why take away from that just because of one fuck up or whatever?
Yeah. Yeah, but What Culture's like, Vince McMahon should only be remembered for this scandal.
I can't even watch them because their fucking voices annoy me. Like, there's a couple wrestling, they'll just give me a reckon and I'll start watching it and they start fucking talking and I'm like, yep, click. I just click right off.
I used to watch when they did, like, King Ross was on. I like the WTF moments from WWE Raw and SmackDown. I used to laugh.
I like there's like this Owen guy. I forget his name.
But him and Simon Miller. Simon Miller was like, he's the jacked bald dude who actually wrestles. I'm like, I can respect him because he's been in the fucking ring. Like, but these other they're just
Wrestling News 365. I really like him. He's British. His voice isn't annoying. There's a couple others too that there's this one British guy too. I forget his name. But he does a bunch of interviews too with guys. And Chris Van Vliet, I don't know if you've ever watched any of his shit. He's good too. These other fuckers, the voices are fucking annoying. And it's like, if I'm gonna watch like an hour-long interview with you, I don't want to hear your annoying fucking voice like the whole time.
Mr. Voices up here.
Sorry, man. Like, some of these people, like I don't know, they're like that fucking basement dweller. Like, hey guys. What's up? And it's just fucking annoying. And that's
how I feel Gary from Neurotic sounds.
3 hours.
They all all those little fuckers from What Culture sound. They're pathetic. Sentinel says, I'm not a wrestling fan if not for Vince. He was a carny with a vision. Fuck cut culture wrestling. Yeah.
Yep. Even Sean Ross Sapp, I don't mind watching some of his stuff here and there. And then there's some like lesser known guys that do some shit that aren't too bad, that kind of keep it like they don't go one way or the other as far as like shitting or hating on a product. They kind of look at it more of a down the line kind of thing, which is good. Because the one night at like super early in the morning, I fucking was going down the wrestling podcast fucking rabbit hole. So,
yeah, Simon Miller, he made the shit respectable. Like I said, King Ross was funny until Trump got elected. Then he lost his shit. I mean, like, dude, you live across the pond. What are you even worried about Trump for? They ain't doing nothing that's negatively affecting you guys. You better worry about fucking Meghan Markle fucking up the royal family over there, her stupid ass, and fucking Prince fucking Fivehead there, Harry. Well, allegedly he paid off some cops to cover up the murder of Nancy Argentino. Yeah, Snooka's girlfriend.
Yeah.
But I thought all that was settled. I thought they settled.
I did too.
Shit. I can't remember. But no, I think this lawsuit's a joke. This is frivolous. It's an attempt at just grifting money. And it goes along with a lot of the other shit right now. What up, Brightest Day? Hail, brother. He's fuck Vice too. Oh, Vice is garbage. I like the dark side. Some of the dark side of the ring things they've done are good. But yeah, I'm so not a Fed fan anymore. I'm not a WWE like defender at all. I like AEW a lot more. But the business wouldn't be where, like I said, I'm not going to ever take away Vince McMahon's accomplishments because the business wouldn't be where it is today if it wasn't for him. It'd probably be dead, like overall, like on a mainstream level, it'll be dead. But no, like I said, I grew up with Crockett Promotions. I was the NWA and all this Southern stuff, and then I did watch WWF because it was bigger at the time. My mom grew up with the WWF and all that. My dad, both of them are from Detroit, going to the Olympia, watching the Sheik and Bobo Brazil and fucking Dick the Bruiser. And, Detroit was it's one of those, like, back, it was huge for wrestling. Detroit is a wrestling fucking mecca. It's like New York, Chicago, Charlotte. It's one of those places where it's just like, that is in the Kobo, man, the shows and there's a couple promotions that have been running down there. I almost worked for one. It was called XICW. They've been open since 2000, and Sweet Daddy Malcolm and Rose started it, maybe 96, but I mean they were around for like 25 years now. It's like but the problem is, like, I got invited in, but it's like the mafia. Once you're in, you're in. You miss a show and they fucking boot you, you're done. So it's like it's all the way in Detroit, and I'm already working a couple TV tapings a month and a few other promotions, so it's like I can't commit to that. And they would have shows on like Wednesday through Saturdays. It's like I can't go to Detroit in the middle of a fucking week for a show.
Yeah, that's like I wanted to try to do the wrestling school or whatever near me, and it's like I have a full-time job. Like I can't, and it's Monday through Friday is training. It's like, and it's when I'm at work. If I would be working, like if they would be able to work with me and like do my days off, sure, but that's probably not going to happen. Especially some guy right off the street, like,
Yep. Well, that's the way they look at it. Like, if you want to get into this business, you're going to make sacrifices.
Yeah, exactly.
Or you're not going to be in the business. That's it. And for me, I wasn't willing to do that anymore.
Like now, if I had money saved up and I fucking lost my job, fucking right, right. I'd do it, but.
Yep. Yeah, that shit. Like I said, it almost cost me my fucking marriage. So I'm like, no, I'm not dealing with it.
I'm single. Like, I don't have anything to lose.
Yeah, absolutely. No, I understand. I especially now, like, even if I did get back into like the shape I was in, I wouldn't want to put my body through that anymore. There's no fucking way. I couldn't do it. I couldn't, in all good conscience, do it.
When I was back at wrestling, there wasn't like schools and shit like running around. Like you didn't have options. Like it was you made your own videos and hope to get lucky.
Yeah. Well, but that's it. There's different ways to get into the business. But no, the whole training thing, like a lot of guys that start out on the ring crew, just showing up at the venue early before a show. Can I help with the ring? And then it's, hey, can I get in the ring and bump around? Then you start training, you pay your dues that way. I'd show up to the venue in a suit, change into my fucking training clothes, and then set the ring up. up until the very last show I ever worked, I would set the fucking ring up. Now, there was times, I'm not going to lie, where I come in and I'm already fucking baked and I'm like, I ain't fucking training today. I'm sore as fuck because we trained for 5 hours last night. Had to set up and tear down. I ain't fucking training. And the promoter, fuck you, fam. I'm going to wait until these Vicodin kick in and I'm going to work my matches. I'm going to sit back here and I'm going to drink. You know, that's I had the luxury of doing that at the end, you know, and it was just like, I can't, but there's so many little soy boy fucks in it. But that's the story for another time because we do have to cut it off because I got to be to work in 40 minutes and I still got to shower and make all this magic happen. So, hey, man, Draven, Adam, thanks for popping on this morning.
Yeah, man.
Are we doing Rampage tonight?
We are. It's at 6:30, so it'll be right after Vinny's because I think he does his at 5. It usually goes about an hour. So.
Is it just Rampage?
We'll watch Rampage, and then since Rampage is on at an early time tonight, we'll watch Rampage at 6:30 when that airs, and then we'll watch ROH after it.
And they're both only hour shows, right?
ROH is 2 hours, so it will
2
be
hours, okay.
basically streaming for 3 hours.
Okay. All right. I just want to say I should be available. It's to jump in. I might miss which I don't want to fucking miss Rampage, but I might miss Rampage. But no, Ring of Honor, we have to fucking deal with Eddie Kingston's fucking stupid ass. What up, Carl? Good to see you, my man. Good to see you, my man. Thank you to all my channel members, man. Thank you, everybody. Let me go down here and give everybody some thanks. Let's see where we at. I don't even know. I haven't even looked at how many channel members we got because we were at 60. We're at 37. Gift memberships expire. If you don't want to re-up, that's fine. Just fucking watch, hit the buttons and all that fucking fun.
And I showed you what was happening to me, so
yeah. Oh,
and
yeah.
I've had to do that 4 times now for no reason.
Superfan Adam Shawhan, another monster, Clone Geek, Frankie Knows, author Stephen Walton, Zachariah 315, Brutal Morning, Drew Beaumont, Hicks Villain, Awesome One, Keely Chow, Parrot Head. Where'd it go? Where it jumped on me? Carl, Soldier Spirit, Chris Wicks, Nano Reaper, Mad Cheesemo, JB, Nelson the Psychopath, Sean Estep, Nefarious, Darius Munchausen, Ruben Christopher Haynes, AngelousDraven, Good Stuff, Flare X, Tommy and the Guinea Pig Collective, Frog G, Judas Goat Barbecue, Glinzer, Tina Bojan, Manliness and Motivation, Rugo Better, monoTony, Mr. Grant Gregory, Normie, and Godzillionaire. And we've got a lot of people who've been channel members for months and months and months, over a year. We got at least a dozen channel members that have been there for a year. So thank you, everybody, for supporting the channel. Sean Estep, welcome, my brother. Thank you for being here. Let me go back up.
Has it already been a year? Good Lord.
Dang.
I've been monetized since January of 2022. So yeah, it's been over a year, almost a year and a half.
Wow. Well, congratulations. I didn't realize it doesn't feel like it's been that long because I jumped on the Harvey Wakulian as soon as you launched it. I was the first one. Yep. I haven't missed a payment yet, though. They keep trying. But I didn't realize it's been that long. That's awesome, man. That's still congrats.
Thank you, man. Thank you.
Yeah.
Let's see. We got Welcome My Madhouse, Tina Bojan, Godzillionaire, Brutal Morningwood, Nano Reaper, Future Fantasy Empire, Keely Chow, Godzillionaire, Flash Shark, File 13, J-Man, Mr. Grant Gregory, Horny Alf, Chris Wicks. Let's see. Tim's Talk, Gap After Dark, my mods. Thank you. Scrolling here. The Sentinel. Thank you, brother, for being here. Appreciate you. Brightest Day Audiobooks and Science Fiction. Carl and Sean Estep. Thank you, guys. Links are in the description. We'll be back over on Draven's channel tonight. As of right now, Saturday night's main event is still happening. I'll have another short or two to put out during the course of the day. I got to go to work for a few hours here, though, as I'm just wasting time. I probably won't end up taking a shower before I go in. I just say, fuck it. I have to, though. I'll be late. I don't care.
This is the card or whatever for tonight, too, by the way.
Let me pull that up. Yeah, let me pull this up right here. So, all right. So we got Ricky Starks and Sean Spears versus Jay White and Juice Robinson. Anna Jay versus Ashley Diembois.
Yeah, she was in the Fed for a little bit, apparently.
The Acclaimed and Daddy Ass, the female NWO /DX, and Naturally Limitless will be on tonight. Cash Wheeler versus Jay Lethal. Sounds like a good card, honestly, man. Yeah, that's a solid card. But thank you, everybody, for being here. We appreciate you guys so much, because without you, we don't have a show. We're just a bunch of guys yelling into the shit abyss. Sometimes the shit abyss yells back. I'm Etep from the Place to Be Reviews. We've been here with all these. We don't see you. Have a great day, a pleasant tomorrow. We'll catch you on the next one.
It's better to burn out than to fade away. I could do this all